How about you start with your introduction? Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what you do.
Sure. I have a degree in pharmacy and pharmacology from the University of Pittsburgh. I have my previous experience as I was director of pharmacy operations for Giant Food, and I worked for them for 36 years in various management capacities. So I have a very sound background in management and pharmacy. For thesis, I am the vice president of pharmacy and professional services, where I oversee the implementation and the execution of our company policies and how it relates to our new device.
So, how did you get connected with Thesis Health?
So I was introduced to Matthew Pugsley, the co-founder, through a mutual friend. He connected us knowing we were both working on the same type of project. I became involved after a heart attack several years ago. I was taking 17 medications and found being compliant was a challenge. And I set out to find a solution for anyone in the same situation. I was working on my medication piece of my device when Matt and I met. He was working on something as well, but it was a little bit more defined and a little bit more connected, specifically connected doctors and nurses with the ability to provide real-time biometric information to your healthcare provider. So once we got together and we started to develop our project, it was just a natural marriage of ideas. Mm-hmm. And we're now looking to bring this product to market very soon.
Can you explain to us a little bit about your position at Thesis Health, what you do on a regular basis? Because I know you play an important role in Thesis Health, so I just want you to explain a little bit about what you do and how you manage things.
Sure. My responsibilities are to provide leadership and guidance as it relates to professional services and pharmacy and the further development of our device. I've spent my career managing large projects with a major East Coast food pharmacy chain. I have familiarity with managing many employees, inventory, margins, profitability, all the things that you would in payroll, hiring and firing and those type of things. So I'm very familiar with the management skills necessary to run a large organization. I'm also a member of the board of directors where I help Thesis decide what our common goals are and how we're going to go about meeting them. And I feel very strongly that my input, along with Matthew's strengths, which are about developing strategic goals, I'm more of a detail-oriented type individual associated to long-term projects, and Matt's very good at the long-term picture. So we may have a good marriage of ideas and leadership qualities.
Yeah, that's a lot of interesting things you do. So what are your current priorities in your career?
Well, right now, I mean, I'm really retired. So my priorities are to provide direction on the development of the hardware and the software for Thesis. It's important that we do this not only for our company, but I think it's important for the betterment of society and our patients. I see this as something that's good for not just a quote business, but I see this as something that benefits the humankind, really. I mean, this will allow people to age in place, that this will allow people to better manage their health care. This will reduce hospitalizations and ultimately the costs associated to this. So I'm really looking forward to bringing this product to market.
For people that are trying to pursue what you already pursued, what are some challenges in the field?
Well, so many, it's so hard to know where to begin with, but I think if you start with just what we're currently working on, I think the rapid changes in technology require us to stay on top of the latest developments in as it relates to IT, AI, and all those things that are coming down the road. Whereas when I started my career, we didn't even have a computer. We used a typewriter and a label. And here we are today considering robotics and artificial intelligence to fill prescriptions. So I think staying current with the opportunities that technology presents is very, very important. The pandemic created a lot of challenges. and as well as that, a lot of opportunities. So we need to stay on the edge of this technology to become the prevalent and top dispenser and the finest home healthcare provider of medical care through telehealth for the home. For example, what used to be USB is now Bluetooth. So as technology continues to change, I think we have to continue to stay with it. And I expect technology to play a key role in the continuing development of our product. As far as things for if I was to give advice to somebody who was starting out in their career, that's a different set of challenges. And I think that from a person who's been in management pretty much my entire career, 36 years, I think it's about adaptability, flexibility, and listening and paying attention to the people that are around you, especially the ones that are closest to the front line. And if you listen to those individuals and you stay tuned into the people that work for you and the customers that give you feedback, you'll be in your best possible position to succeed in whatever field you decide to work in.
Thank you for that advice. How familiar are you with clinical informatics, and what do you think of the evolving field of it?
I find it a fascinating area and very much a major part of what I believe the future will be. For those people that may be seeing this and don't know, by definition, health informatics is the field of science and engineering that aims at developing methods and technology for the acquisition, processing, and study of patient data, which come from many different sources and modalities, such as electronic health records, devices, diagnostic texts, and medical scans. Well, if you think about what Thesis is going to do, we are going to be a trove of information for health informatics moving forward. One of the key parts of what we're developing is, along with the healthcare that we're providing and the ability for our patients to stay at home, we're going to be collecting and sorting through that data and storing it in a manner that we hope people will be able to utilize it in the future. Ultimately, we see it being part of an artificial intelligence predictive methodology.
So how does clinical informatics play a role in what we are building as a team in Thesis Health, and what do you think of its ongoing function?
I think there's a consequentialist approach to biomedical information that's tied to improving the outcomes of our particular interest, specifically human health. I think it requires focusing the informatics research and its translation and practice on important health issues and the challenges facing the healthcare system. I think by studying the outcomes from the information that we gather from our devices, we can significantly impact future outcomes for the elderly and people with chronic and or acute diseases to prevent hospitalizations, shorten their time to recover, and improve their quality of life.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, thank you so much, Joel, for introducing yourself and letting my classmates know what you do at Thesis Health. It's been great working with you. I look forward to working with you in the future as well. Yeah, I learned a lot from you. Thank you so much.
Great. All right. Well, listen, have a great day. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, thank you so much, and have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.